September 14th, Glory returns to Chicago for a record 6th time with Glory 58. The Summer of Glory hits the Midwest full throttle. A massive middleweight title rematch as Pereira faces Marcus. It's a heavyweight battle of the Titans with #1 ranked Benjamin Adekui against Jafar Wilmus. Plus tournaments, grudge matches, and hometown hero Richard Abraham. Glory 58 Chicago, Friday, September 14th. Buy your tickets now at SearsCenter.com.
We say hello and welcome to the official weigh-in for Glory 58 Chicago. It is a record 6th visit to the Windy City, and what a week we've had here. Beautiful weather. We're looking forward to an unbelievable night of international kickboxing tomorrow night at Sears Center. We make our return to that beautiful venue as well. For those of you with us here for the official weigh-ins in Chicago, and to our friends watching on the Glory YouTube and Facebook channels, we welcome you and remind you that our preliminary bouts, which are about to step onto the scales, will be available to you on Facebook and YouTube tomorrow. And we'll give you more information on that coming up here in just a minute. Before we get all of our fighters onto the scales, I want to bring up the voice of, the play-by-play voice of Glory Kickboxing Internationally, Mr. Todd Grisham, to tell you a little bit more about what's on tap tomorrow night.
Thank you for that warm welcome, everybody. I appreciate it. We're excited. The Summer of Glory is winding down. We have our stop here, and then next up, September 29th, we head to Amsterdam for one of the biggest events we've ever put on. That's the Johan Cruyff Soccer Stadium. We've already sold out all the tickets we put on sale, so they've opened up a couple of new sections, including a floor section, so we're expecting well over 10,000, maybe 15,000 kickboxing fans there as Rico Verhoeven headlines that show. As for this one, we'll get started at 7:30 local time, 8:30 Eastern on UFC Fight Pass. Then we move over to ESPN News, I believe, and that is at 10:30 Eastern time. So a big night coming your way. I'm going to interview a few of the fighters after they weigh in, including our middleweight world title fight. But for now, I'll pass it back over to Tim.
Thank you, Todd. And don't forget, following Amsterdam, we're headed to Lyon. That one's also been announced. We'll have more details of that coming soon at glorykickboxing.com. And as we get ready for the official weigh-in here, let me bring up some important people. First of all, our Glory girls, Alyssa and Gemma, are back with us here in Chicago. And please welcome to oversee the weigh-ins today from our Talent Ops Department, all the way from Thailand, as a matter of fact, Robbie Timmers. As I mentioned, the preliminary bouts, you can watch them as we get you ready for Glory 58 Super Fight Series and Glory 58 itself tomorrow night. You can watch the preliminary bouts on our Facebook and YouTube channels, and we're about to get those fighters onto the scales. Let's start in the lightweight division and bring up Laurent Nelson and Trevor Origin. Nelson onto the scales first. He's fighting out of South Africa by way of Denver. Undefeated in his young professional career, 6 wins, no losses, half of those wins by knockout. LT Smash made a successful debut in Denver at Glory 56. 154.5 for Nelson. Here's his opponent, Trevor Origin. Trevor's here from Richmond, Virginia, 7 wins and 4 losses, 3 of those wins by knockout. He faced E-Tiger Sean at Madison Square Garden at Glory 55. 154 even for Raging. So it's the lightweights that get us started with the preliminary bouts. Sears Center tomorrow night. Laurent LT Smash Nelson taking on Trevor Raging. We're going to stick with the lightweights for the next bout. John Morehouse and Nick Chasteen. Morehouse coming in from Orlando, Florida, by way of Wisconsin. John was also with us at Glory 55 in New York. 10 wins and 8 losses. The Star Spangled Banner. 155 even for Morehouse. His opponent, Nick Chastain, the Golden Boy. Nick comes to us out of the deserts of Phoenix, Arizona. 8-6 on his young career. Muay Thai fighter. 154.5 for Chastain. As an amateur, Chastain, by the way, an amateur intercontinental, tri-state, and Western Regional Muay Thai champion. Next up, it is the welterweights. Paul Menashe taking on Justin Moss. Let's get Menashe getting onto the scales first out of East Hartford, Connecticut. Menashe comes in 5-3 with 2 career knockouts. This will be his 3rd Glory appearance. 169 even for Menashe, a 2-time gold medalist at the WKA Worlds. And his opponent, Justin Moss, here out of Denver, Colorado. Justin, only 5 fights on a young professional career, 3-2 with 2 knockouts, goes by the nickname the Iron Man. 170 even for Justin Moss. His career highlights include a 7-second knockout finish early in his professional career. Then we'll drop down to the featherweights. This preliminary bout, 3 3-minute rounds with Cooley and Hassam El Khosry. Cooley to the scales first out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Undefeated in a young professional career. 2 fights, 2 wins, 2 knockouts. This will be his glory debut. The Sexy Asian Invasion, as he likes to be called, trained in Muay Thai. 141.5 for Cooley. And then fighting out of Morocco, Hassam El Khosry. Two fights in his young professional career, 1-1, and a win coming by way of knockout. He won his debut with 3 knockdowns in the first round in Denver at Glory 56. 142 for El Khosry, a Moroccan maniac, and the Sexy Asian Invasion. That will put the wraps on our preliminary bouts. We'll then join up with the UFC Fight Pass at 8:30 New York time, 8:30 Eastern time, and begin with the first of 2 semifinals in a 4-man welterweight tournament. We're looking forward to this action. These guys will fight twice in one night if they win their way through. Starting with Omar Moreno and Mike Lemaire. Moreno under the scales first. Omar is well-traveled in his young life, but has home in Streator, Illinois. Got a lot of family and friends that'll be here watching in Chicago. 27 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw. He's undefeated in 2 prior Glory appearances. 169 for Omar Moreno. Marciano, trained in Muay Thai. Here's his opponent now, Mike Lemaire out of San Diego, California.
Now you can still die from that, but it's better than not being
Mike,
alive.
by the way, dropping down to welterweight for this bout. 20-5 on a career. This will be his 11th Glory start. 170 even for Lemaire. 8 of those 20 wins coming by knockout. He had a very satisfying win over Chris Camozzi in Los Angeles at Glory 52.
that cheese.
He couldn't think of nothing.
Stack that cheese.
He turns down the beat, writers block MPs. Crying from the next room, a baby in need of some pampers and some food and a place to sleep. That plus a black Cadillac on these is what keep him on track to be a great MC.
We'll have Mike and Omar stay here with us. Coming up, the other half of the tournament bracket, semifinal number 2, Troy Jones and Casey Green. Jones onto the scales first. Hiding out of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, by way of Chicago, Illinois. 9 wins with 1 loss, 8 of the 9 wins coming by way of knockout. He's had 1 prior Glory appearance and won that fight. His debut at Glory 52 in Los Angeles. 170 even for Jones. A 12-time U.S. National and North American Amateur Champion. And now Casey Green, here from Los Angeles, California. Casey's last appearance was here in Chicago at our landmark Glory 50 event. Casey Go Green, 5-9 with 2 career knockouts. He made the move from welterweight, or from middleweight to welterweight at Glory 23 in Vegas and immediately went on a 3-fight winning streak. 169.5 for Green. All right, let's get all 4 of our tournament contenders in here. Both sides of the bracket. These men must fight twice in one night to take home the Ramon Deckers Trophy. All right, thank you guys. Following that second semifinal, we'll turn to the middleweight ranks of Glory. Tom Jenkins will make his Glory debut, coming in against Matt Baker. Here comes Tom Jenkins. 4 professional fights in a young career. 3 wins, 1 loss, but all 3 of those wins have come by way of knockout. He's a 3-time North American Thai Boxing Association champion. 184.5 for Tom Jenkins out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Here's his opponent now, Matt Baker. Matt is here out of the Bay Area of California. 21, 6-1, that won a no contest. 10 of those wins by knockout. This will be his first Glory appearance of 2018. But he participated in the 4-man North American qualifying tournament in New York at Glory 48. 186.5 for the Butcher, the Baker, the Stingray Taker. And then it's your headline super bout of the evening. This will be the wrap on the Super Fight Series, and it's the heavyweights, Hayes Wilson and Junior Taffa. These 2 guys, 38 combined knockouts out of 47 career wins. You do the math on that, that's about an 81% shared knockout ratio. Let's get Hayes Wilson to the scales first. A little bit about Hayes. This is a big moment for him. He's had 3 prior attempts at getting into the Glory ring, and opponents, for one reason or another, always fell out. So he will make his debut tomorrow night. 28 wins with just 3 losses. 23 of those 28 wins by way of knockout. 251.5 for Hayes Wilson, the hooligan. His opponent becoming a name around the Glory ring and with Glory fans around the world. It's Junior Tafa. Junior, 19 wins with 3 losses. 15 of those 19 wins by knockout. He made quick work of Anthony McDonald with a first-round TKO in New York City, most recently a New Zealand national champion. 284 even for Junior Tafa.
Bro, it's never sweet. My come for free, so if one more let me try to stop me, it's gonna be some crazy.
Let's get a word here with the juggernaut Junior Tafa. You guys were talking a little bit up there. What'd you have to say to your opponent? What were you saying to Hayes there?
Just saying, God bless his soul, you know. I'm taking the church tomorrow after all the
All right, so people who've never seen you before, what can they expect to see from Junior Tafa in Chicago?
Be a drinking champ. Man, let's go.
All right, Junior Tafa, everybody.
We will then do a quick reset of the canvas and get things ready for Glory 58 at Sears Center tomorrow night. I should tell everybody, if you're watching in the Chicagoland area or within driving distance, there are still some seats available for tomorrow night. We'd love to have you come by and say you were there for one of the biggest nights of kickboxing ever in North America. Glory 58 gets started with the featherweight division. Anvar Boynazarov taking on Bailey Sugden. Boynazarov to the scales first, out of Uzbekistan. Anvar, look at his career record. One of the great veterans of the sport. 93 wins, 26 losses, 2 draws, but 54 career knockouts. He was with us at Glory 56 in Denver, and one of his finest glory moments, everybody will remember, a devastating second-round KO of Fabio Pinca in Leon. Boynazarov, also a 2-time world Muay Thai champion, made his debut all the way back at Glory 23 in Las Vegas. $143 even for Boynazarov. Here now is his opponent, Bailey Sugden, here from Newark, England. The bad boy, 11-2, and 1 no contest. That last no contest happened with an accidental headbutt in Birmingham, England at Glory 54. 143 even for the bad boy, Bailey Sugden.
Just like a silk, soft and cuddly, hug me up like a quilt. I'm a lyrical lover. Now take me pin up filled with my sexual physique. You know me well, Bill. Do me well, can't you tell? I'm just like a turtle.
Then it's the welterweights, Amari Boyd and Richard Abraham.
I'm talking to Tabernacle.
Here comes Amari Boyd out of Memphis, Tennessee, by way of Nashville. The body snatcher.
It's the return of the body snatcher. Walking the spot like a woman smack.
As a professional, 11 wins with just 1 loss. Undefeated in 3 prior Glory appearances. He's a North American champion. coming off a split decision over Daniel Morales at Glory 50 here in Chicago. Omari, by the way, also an IKF World Muay Thai champion. 169 even for Omari Boyd. Then a Chicagoland favorite, Richard Abraham. Maximus is back from Itasca, Illinois. His professional career, 13 wins, 6 losses, 4 bouts scored even. Winner of 2 of his last 3 inside the Glory ropes, and he was with us in Birmingham, England at Glory 54. 170.5 for Maximus.
Let's talk to the Itasca Zoe, Richard Abraham, one of our few Chicago fighters on the card. You told us yesterday in the fighter interviews, something bothers you about Omari. What is it that drives you crazy about him?
Hey, your head is music to my ears. I brought my dancing shoes.
So obviously you'll have a big crowd there tomorrow. A lot of pressure on you to perform. What do you see happening?
I see me winning.
How so?
I don't know. Just be better all around, everywhere.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Richard Abraham.
And then it's the co-main event. 2 of the top 5 heavyweights in the world are going to step in against each other, go toe-to-toe here in the Windy City. That's Jafar Wilnis and Benjamin Adegboue. Jafar onto the scales first, made the trip from Utrecht, Netherlands. Ranked number 5 in the world right now in the Glory World Rankings. Professional record, 31 wins, 9 losses, 1 bout scored even, 8 of those wins by knockout. But he's coming off a massive win over Ben Sadiq, Jamal Ben Sadiq in Lille, France at Glory 53. 249 even for Jafar Wilnis. And then the number 1 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Benjamin Adegboue, who is here in Chicago from Bucharest, Romania. We expect a large contingent of Romanian fans there tomorrow night at Sears Center. Benny comes in 30 wins with 5 losses, 18 of those wins by knockout. 263 for Adegboue, winner of 5 of his last 6 bouts. And by the way, a 3-time contender tournament champion at Glory 24, 35, and 50 here in Chicago. And then your main event of the evening, 5 rounds for the Middleweight Championship of the World. This is a rematch from Glory 46 Guangzhou, China that happened last October, where the belt exchanged hands from the challenger to the now champion. It's Simon Marcus and Alex Pereira. Here comes Simon Marcus out of Toronto, Canada. Goes by the nickname The One, and it's appropriate because he is the number 1 contender in the world. 184.5 for Marcus, who comes in 48-4-2 with 27 career knockouts. And he is a 2-time Glory Middleweight champion of the world. He could be the first to say he's won it back 3 times. Now the champion, Alex Poetan Pereira. The champ here from Sao Paulo, Brazil, 28 wins, 6 losses. Here to make his 3rd defense of the belt that he took at Glory 46 in Guangzhou, coming off a spectacular knockout in New York City. 187.2 for Pereira.
first to the challenger, Simon Marcus. It's been about a year since you lost your title to this man. What's going to be different this time around in the rematch?
I'm going to bust and win this title back. It's going to be a no contest. It's my time. The one is back.
Yes! You saw what he did in his last fight, a one-punch, one-hitter quitter to beat Yusuri Belgarwi. How much do you fear this man's power?
I ain't afraid of nothing. I ain't afraid of this guy. I'm the conquering lion of the tribe.
Yes! Great one! Good luck to you. I'm here with the middleweight champion of the world. Take us back to that win in October when you beat Simon Marcus the first time. What did you do that night that you have to do again?
Sempre estou vindo bem preparado, agora estou ali dando porrada. Eu acharia até estranho se ele não falasse isso, né? E no Brasil tem um ditado, papagaio também fala.
He came very well prepared. He's not surprised that Simon say what he say. We have a saying in Brazil that parents write, talk, but they don't write. It's time.
Simon just predicted that he was going to knock you out. He didn't want to go to the judges' scorecard. What's your prediction for Friday night?
Todas as lutas, todo mundo fazendo a caixa do mundo, mas lá dentro do ringue vai ter que mostrar. Eu estou vindo bem preparado, vou buscar nocaute também. Não sei se vou nocautear, mas pretendo também.
Like, you know, you see what he says, but Alex came very well prepared. He's ready for everything. He's ready for a knockout. He's ready to fight for the whole 5 rounds.
Good luck to you.
Obrigado.
Here he is, everybody. Middleweight champion of the world, Alex Pereira.
It is one of the most coveted prizes in all of combat sports in the world. The championship of Glory Kickboxing, and it's on the line tomorrow night here in Chicago. Tickets still available, but for those of you within the Chicagoland area, it's time for Glory!
September 14th, Glory returns to Chicago for a record 6th time with Glory 58. The Summer of Glory hits the Midwest full throttle. A massive middleweight title rematch as Pereira faces Marcus. It's a heavyweight battle of the Titans with #1 ranked Benjamin Adekui against Jafar Wilner. Plus tournaments, grudge matches, and hometown hero Richard Abraham. Glory 58 Chicago, Friday, September 14th. Buy your tickets now at SearsCenter.com.